Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about one of the most game-changing and controversial technologies in modern warfare, something that is sparking a brand new global arms race. These aren't ordinary missiles or fighter jets. These are hypersonic weapons, machines so fast that they can travel more than 5 times the speed of sound, maneuver while in flight, and hit targets before anyone has time to react. It sounds like science fiction, but it's real, it's happening right now, and it's completely reshaping the balance of power among the world's superpowers. For decades, the idea of hypersonic flight has been a dream. Traveling at Mach 5, Mach 10, or even faster means outrunning conventional defense systems. Traditional missiles follow predictable paths, which makes them easier to track and intercept. But hypersonic weapons don't play by those rules. They fly low, they can change course mid-flight, and by the time radar picks them up, it may already be too late. That's why military analysts say hypersonic weapons are not just an upgrade, they are a revolution. The United States, Russia, and China are at the center of this race. Russia has already showcased weapons like the Avangard glide vehicle and the Kinjal missile, claiming they can reach speeds above Mach 10 and deliver both conventional and nuclear payloads. China has tested its own hypersonic glide vehicles, including one that reportedly circled the globe before striking its target, something that shocked U.S. intelligence officials. And the United States, while initially cautious, is now pouring billions into catching up, with projects like the AGM-183, AAWA, and DARPA's hypersonic air-breathing weapon concept. Each nation is pushing harder and faster, knowing that whoever dominates hypersonics could hold the ultimate advantage. So how do these weapons actually work? There are generally 2 types: hypersonic glide vehicles and hypersonic cruise missiles. Glide vehicles are launched on rockets into the upper atmosphere and then released to glide at extreme speeds while maneuvering unpredictably. Cruise missiles, on the other hand, use advanced engines called scramjets to maintain hypersonic speeds through the atmosphere. Both are incredibly difficult to stop, and both promise to change how wars could be fought in the future. The real danger here isn't just their speed, it's the uncertainty they create. With a hypersonic weapon, you can't always tell what the target is or whether it's carrying a nuclear warhead until it hits. That means nations under attack may have only minutes, or even seconds, to decide how to respond. And when nuclear powers are involved, that kind of pressure can be catastrophic. This is why some experts call hypersonic weapons destabilizing. They don't just give a military edge. They increase the risk of misunderstandings and accidental escalation. Beyond the technical side, there's also the politics of prestige. Hypersonic weapons are now a symbol of national strength. Countries want to show that they're not falling behind, because being behind means being vulnerable. That's why even nations like India, France, and Japan are investing in their own hypersonic programs. It's not just about offense, it's also about defense, because the only way to stop a hypersonic missile is with equally advanced tracking systems, space-based sensors, and potentially even direct-energy weapons like lasers. The United States is already working with allies to develop what's being called a global hypersonic defense shield. Imagine satellites orbiting the Earth, watching for hypersonic launches in real time, combined with interceptors and energy weapons designed to hit missiles moving at blistering speeds. It's a massive challenge, but without it, countries risk being left completely exposed. Another key part of this story is cost. Building hypersonic weapons is enormously expensive. Each test can cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and full deployment could cost billions. But despite the cost, no nation is willing to step back, because in this race, falling behind could mean losing not just influence, but also security. The military, industrial complex is heavily involved, with defense contractors pushing new prototypes every year and governments funding research like never before. But here's something to think about. While hypersonic weapons are being built to deter wars, their very existence might make wars more likely. Imagine a world where countries know they could strike each other in minutes with no way to defend. That creates a constant state of tension where the margin for error is razor thin. A false alarm, a miscalculation, or even a technical glitch could trigger a chain reaction with devastating consequences. That's why some experts are calling for international treaties to regulate hypersonics, similar to nuclear arms agreements in the past. Whether nations will agree to slow down is another question entirely. So where does this leave us in 2025? The hypersonic arms race is in full swing. Russia and China are already showcasing their weapons. The U.S. is racing to deploy its own, and other nations are not far behind. Defense systems are being upgraded. Space is becoming the new frontier for missile tracking, and militaries around the world are rewriting their strategies to account for this new reality. We are standing at the beginning of an era where hypersonic weapons are no longer experimental. They are operational, and they could define global security for decades to come. The bottom line is this: hypersonic weapons are fast, powerful, and almost impossible to stop. They're changing the rules of war and pushing nations into a dangerous new competition. The question isn't just who will win the race. It's whether humanity can handle the consequences of such a weapon without tipping the world into instability. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the hypersonic arms race, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the world of advanced technology, luxury, and defense. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.